What's good, Red Gang, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Dessy. Y'all, I feel good. I feel great. It is Monday, start of a new week, and I just got my nails done. She's cute. She's cute. Y'all already know if you've been here for a while, I get the same thing every 2 weeks, y'all. Warm pink mix with a curved French. Not too skinny, not too thick. Just right. Anyway, if you're new here, please consider subscribing and join the Ray gang. We are a big family over here and we would love to have you. We are slowly approaching 18K, y'all. I feel like I was stuck at 17K for a long time, but honestly, that is pretty much majority my fault because I was very inconsistent the last like 4 months or so. Really, holiday season rolled around in November and it was just a slippery slope from then. I was just like trying to get my footing and I was traveling and I had events and I had work and I had so many things and so many obligations, a lot of excuses really, but I digress. Here we are now. We are back consistent. This video, I think today, somebody's FaceTiming me. Hold on, un momento. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Bookie. You want to say hi to my vlog? Say hi, Brini. I'm vlogging. Say hi, Brini.
Hi.
She's like, wow. Hi. You say, tell, oh, what are you doing? You're putting your makeup on?
Yeah.
Ooh, girl, you look so pretty. Ooh, wee. Can you do TT's makeup next? Can you do my makeup next?
Oh, she got it. She got it on the phone.
You're doing TT? Okay, do TT. Come on.
That is so funny. Look.
Y'all, she's brushing the makeup on the screen. Aw, Bookie. I miss you. I love when you put her in yellow.
I know, right? It's her color.
It's her color. It's giving. Okay, sorry. I had to take my little time to FaceTime my Brini girl. So the little girl that we were just FaceTiming, her name is Sabrina. If you've been here for a while, then you guys may remember, I'll insert a little clip or picture on the screen when I went to her first birthday party 1 year ago, which is crazy to see how big this little girl has gotten. Like, I love her bad. Like, that is my niecey poo. So her name was Sabrina, aka Brina, aka Brini, aka Brina Bean, aka Brini Weenie. That's my twinning now. She was showing me, her mama got her some like makeup, like kid makeup. She was showing me her little palette. Anyway, I just pulled up to Sephora because I have some things I want to get, so a couple re-ups and some new things. I've been wanting so bad to try the Dessy Blurring Balm. Me personally, I have that skin complexion where my deep skin tone mixed with my yellow / neutral undertone makes it very difficult for me to find a lot of foundations because typically the deeper you get, the more orange you get, and I'm not an orange girly. So I've been wanting to try the balm, but I would either be shade 9 or shade 10 according to the deepness of my tone. Shade 9 looks a little bit too rich, like orange for me, and then shade 10 looks a little bit just too deep personally. So I'm like, do I get two and mix them? But they're, you know, kind of like pricey. But I really am thinking maybe I just get the universal balm so I can use my current foundation but just get the actual formula of the texture to like fill in my pores. And I'm a texture girly. Like, I have a lot of texture, especially like right here when I do my makeup and like on my, like the bridge of my nose. It's very annoying. Working on that currently. I just, as you guys probably have heard me say a million times, I'm not consistent with my skincare and I need to be, and I'm trying to be. But yeah, so I want to get that. I want to get the Fresh Rose Toner, but actually maybe I won't. Maybe I will save that because I think I'm gonna just get rose water from Amazon because rose water is really good for your skin, and I use the Fresh moisturizer already and I love it so much. So I'm like, I've been hearing consistently like rose water is so good for your skin, hydration, hyperpigmentation, and everything. So I'm like, I want to incorporate more rose water into my skincare. I'm gonna just get off of Amazon for now. So I'm gonna get the Dessy Blurring Balm, the universal shade. I'm gonna get My Refine lip liner in sepia, I need to just re-up because I'm out. I want to also try the Refine primer. I've been seeing it for forever, and I was kind of like, not too impressed. But like, it's given the girls a really good base. So I think I'm gonna try that. And then I want to get a Huda concealer because I hear that they're super good. So yeah, that's the agenda. I will see you guys in a second. I'm gonna hop in here and just be quick. Typically don't like to record too much at Sephora because they be pressica about it, and this Sephora specifically is just very intense because there's so much hustle and bustle. It's in a very poppin' area, so I just don't want to be bothered. So I'll catch you in a second. Y'all, I ended up at Chick-fil-A, and honestly, I feel like when it comes to like junk food or fast food, the worst that I really go is Chick-fil-A. I know, if you've been here for a minute, y'all know I swear about a fresh fry from McDonald's, like, period. But I really have not been rocking with fast food for the last, few months. Honestly, I've been doing really good. I've just been like cooking my own little meals. What I've noticed has made a huge difference for me is buying food, whether it's, like ingredients, produce, whatever, buying food for about 4 days. Normally 4 days will last me until the 5th day, which is going to be work. So I'll normally cook on that 4th day before work, so I have like meal prep for the next 2 days at work, right? Anyway, I've noticed that buying food about once every 4 to 5 days, I only end up like grocery shopping twice in like a paycheck, which is really nice. And yeah, also, I don't know if I've talked to y'all about this yet, but I've been budgeting, and not that I'm like, needing to, necessarily do it for any reason. I just realized I saved a decent amount of money last year, because I was pretty strict with, not even pretty strict, but I was just really on it with like my savings. Hold on, here go my meal. He's kind of cute. Yes. Thank you so much. You too. How to make sure they give me my sauces. Yeah, so it's not that I was, I don't even think strict is the word, discipline is the word. I was really, come on, baby, let's go. Okay. I was really disciplined, and I just did not play about, like, listen, every check, you put in 1,000 to the side, baby. Like, I just didn't play. So I saved a good amount of money. Like, I saved my goal last year, and I was just like, if I was able to do that, and I still, like, y'all, if you were in the meeting with me and my financial advisor of my roundup of last year, your head would spin to know the amount of money that I basically don't know where it went. And that's just the God honest truth. Don't know where it went. Probably in the Chanel store somewhere, probably on a boat somewhere, probably, AKA I just blew a lot of money last year. And not in a sense that it's like, whoa, what are you doing? It's scary because you need the money. I had the money and I had the means to be able to do it. But this year I was just like, okay, that's what, like, you're turning 30, babes. And, not that age means anything, but it's more so just the milestones that I've set for myself. And I'm just like, if I was able to save a good amount of money last year, imagine what I could do this year with being even more strict. Like, last year I wasn't strict, I was disciplined, but this year I want to be disciplined and strict. So I put myself on a budget, and so far so good. Like, I've been doing really well. I'm really proud of myself. I'm still able to do all the same things that I've been doing, able to go out to eat, able to, you know, I even, yes, this is gonna sound really crazy, I allocate money just for coffee. But I know that that's a part of my routine, so I would be silly to not include it in my budget and then mess up on my budget because I'm not factoring in the fact that I go to get a coffee probably once a day or once every other day. That would be silly, right? I say all of this to say I've been budgeting and it's been going really well. And so what made me bring that up is I'm really not supposed to be at Chick-fil-A because I got food at home, but I just wanted something quick because I'm gonna edit in a little bit, and I just really don't feel like going home and having to cook anything, so I just grabbed something quick. Life hack, if you don't already know, if you are a Chick-fil-A girly like myself, please get the Chick-fil-A app. Every time you go, have them scan the app, you get points, and when you get so many points, you can redeem those points for you know, different items, different food items, different drinks, different things. I just basically got a sandwich and a fry. Another life hack, always have your water on deck so you don't have to pay extra for the whole meal. I paid only $5 for a whole sandwich and a fry because I used my points to get the fries, period. So yeah, that's just one of my little hacks. Like, you can have your way and still budget, if that makes sense. When we get home, we're gonna do our little Sephora haul. I'm going to edit because I want to get a video up today, and then I'm gonna I have a lash appointment at 6, and we're going to dinner tonight. Okay, date night. So I'm really excited. I've never been in this place before. And yeah, so we'll get ready then. Sisters, how delicious does this look? Are we serious right now? Are we joking? So I ordered today, because they're done with the cookie butter syrup, which is so sad and devastating because that's probably one of the best creations that they've ever had. Anyway, this is a small iced latte with oat milk, 1 pumpkin swirl, 2 French vanilla swirls, and cold foam on top. So we're gonna get a taste test. I just had to get a lot of that foam off the top. And then we're going to mix her. If you didn't know, this is how you mix drinks. You hold the top and you swirl like this, and it will mix everything up. And I'm gonna show you the proof. Y'all saw when I first showed you, it was like light at the bottom and dark at the top, and now it's all mixed. Let's give it a taste. Wow. Wow. This is tea. It's that pumpkin, I'm telling you. The pumpkin sets it off. Yeah, I've been craving a coffee too, all day. That's hitting. Well, I'm sitting in traffic because people don't know how to turn left, apparently. So let's do a Sephora haul while we wait. Sephora haul. Maybe not. Oh, now y'all want to pick up the speed. Okay, I'll see y'all at home. Gosh darn. Hey y'all, next day, we have a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on. We did not end up doing the Sephora haul yesterday. I had a very busy day yesterday, also today, because it's already 7 p.m. But I'm about to head out to go get a seafood boil with some friends. And will you join me or what? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Boy, y'all see the steam come off that John too. Twins with the twins. That's Dorian. That's Brina's mom. Y'all done met Dorian before. That's Alicia. These the girls. Oh, I'm finna tear this thing up. Let me put y'all on a tripod. Y'all.
Chad, what do we think about the the presentation.
It's giving. It's giving.
Girl, I'm not gonna even eat all that food.
They got this sauce. It's called crack sauce. I don't know how I feel about it, but
Girl, this tastes good.
so
I don't know
good.
where to see your
Show
bid
it.
and open.
This is
Show it
in
over
the
the
shade.
It's not even. Do it. Do it.
It's in the shade Fenty Beauty.
Lift it. Ice cream and cake. How the hell you open this? Oh. Oh.
This is why.
Okay.
You stop being indecisive and just order. Because now I'm damn food.
You said what?
I said this is why I should be. So stop being so indecisive and just order my food.
There's crawfish and rice.
Girl, it said that.
Why? Because you feel like you got the wrong thing?
Shrimp.
Shrimp. See, this is why you get so full off the seafood boil. Because by the time you done opened everything up, you only got about 5. Yeah, right. Only got about a couple bites in. There we go. There we go. Period.
It's so hot. I need to be there.
Okay. Ooh, the sauce is the crack sauce at the bottom too? Is that what that is, or is that just butter sauce?
That's just butter.
Okay, because this is busting.
Whatever sauce you said that you wanted.
Hot.
Sauce that you ordered.
Yeah. It's giving. Where my egg at? Oh, I didn't get an egg. Oh no, I see. Oh no, I didn't get an egg.
Do I get an egg? You got an egg? Mm-hmm. You can have mine because I'm not eating.
Thank
I
you.
didn't even want to either, but I just still got it.
The corn, they really blessed me for real. I'm not gonna lie though, y'all. Even though I love crab, I hate doing that whole. Do they even got things to crack it? Like,
You gotta get into it and break it.
I hate it too.
it's just like, be for real.
But maybe not here.
Yeah, it's like, if I gotta work for my food, I'm gonna bow out graciously. I'm sorry. I wanna eat, I wanna try it just because y'all always stay talking about crawfish. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Okay, probably eating shit.
No, for real.
Are you just letting it go?
Corn. I'm about to be dripping. Y'all. Wow. Oh, thank you. One thing about it, I love an egg. And rolled in the sauce. And this sauce is hot. I ordered hot. This motherfucker is hot.
Can I get my shrimp?
That's very good.
Yeah. Go ahead, babe.
Chat, what do we think?
Yeah. You can dip it some more too. It's spicy as hell, Dorian.
I'm good. I thought that said it come with a little bit of sauce.
Oh, I didn't even peep the sausage. And don't even say what this looked like.
It's not your ex.
No, he was. Yeah, let me shut up. Right. You're not supposed to say that.
Why not?
I'm gonna put you in timeout. Potato.
I can put in a little bit of salad shrimp in the rice.
Whoa. Hey y'all, so I'm back home. I'm about to set up this makeup. This makeup ate today. Sad I have to take it off, but at the same time very happy because if you know me, then you know I'm obsessed with just like being in the house, couch potato, no makeup on, hair tied. That's like my jam. So I'm beat. That seafood boil is currently whooping my behind. Like I am fighting my sleep right now, but the itis is winning. So after this, I am honestly knocking out. I am gonna show y'all what I got from Sephora. Let's just actually do the Sephora first, and then we can take our makeup off and go to bed. Okay, so let me show y'all what I initially went in there for. I initially only went into the store for this product right here. This is the Refined Lip Sculpt in the shade Sepia. And this is like my tried and true lip liner. I wear this almost every single time that I do my makeup. This was just a repurchase because I was out. And so that's how that was. Then as I'm walking around, I'm like, I see a couple things I think I want. So I've heard a lot of really good things about this Merit. It's called the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. And it says to use swipe with the skin where you want coverage and buff it out with a brush so you can't tell what's you and what's makeup. And literally when I tell you, this has the most beautiful skin-like finish, like it's insane. So I really got it to color correct or like spot conceal before I go in with like my foundation or my actual like concealer. And y'all, this shade, are we joking? It's beautiful. Their packaging is stunning. The bottom screws the product up like that and back down. I love it. I love it so much. This is like such a good shade too. I'm in the shade Tiger Eye. So got this. This is a pretty little penny. These are not cheap whatsoever, but does the job, if I do say so myself. I also stopped in and I ended up getting this, and I wore this today for the first time to film. And when I tell you, gorgeous. This is the Patrick Ta All Over Glow Balm, and this is in the shade She's on Vacation. And when I tell you, I have been influenced by several of influencers on this product, but specifically Uche Notori. She is a Nigerian gorgeous content creator that's based out in the UK. And if you know anything about makeup, anything about beauty, fashion, she is the standard. Like she is, she sets the bar, okay? Love her down. So anyway, she had talked about what she wears on her skin for that like nice like look, like for that nice like dewy, wet, sun-kissed look. And it's this stuff. The All Over Glow Balm by Patrick Ta in the shade She's on Vacation. And as you can see, it's like a brown. So let me swatch it just so y'all can really get into this. Oh my God, this stuff is too good. That's what it looks like on my hand. And then okay, yeah, that was a better. Are you guys kidding? I know you see that. So beautiful. So yeah, and it's so easy to apply. All you do, you can use a sponge, your hands, a brush, whatever. I just took a big like dome brush, tapped it in, and then just like spread it all over my chest, my what they call décolletage, my boobs, and my shoulders, my neck. And like, when I tell y'all, stunning, just stunning, gorgeous. So she will be taken on vacation, staycation, vacation, everywhere. She's going with me. And last but not least, I picked up this Dermalogica. I've already gotten into it. This stuff is good. I picked up the mini because I've never used it before, but I have been influenced. Yes, the influencer has been influenced by the girlies that have been using Dermalogica on YouTube specifically, because I think that they've just had a lot of Dermalogica sponsorships. When I tell y'all, this stuff is not a joke. It's actually worth the quote-unquote hype and all the raving that I've seen in these YouTube streets about it. This stuff is good. But it's basically it says brightening rice-based powder exfoliant. It's a powder, you put it in your hands, get it wet, and it turns into like a like grainy concoction. And when I tell you, pores immediately erased, texture immediately erased. And I have texture. I'm a texture girly. We can't tell. and this helps my texture so much. I used it actually before I started doing my makeup today to film, and like my makeup laid so smooth on the skin. I used it last night before I went to bed, and like I woke up this morning with like beautiful baby smooth skin. So yeah, I'm so happy I gave in and got it because I love that stuff. Let's take off this makeup. Y'all, I started my period right before I went to go get that seafood boil, and I am just not looking forward to this one. Like my uterus is already in pain. I can feel it. Have y'all been seeing that whole Reesa Teesa, I think is her name, on TikTok, and how she had like a 50-part story on like who did I marry or whatever? I'm just about to go in with this Skin Proud face melt. It's a cleansing malt. But anyway, have y'all seen it? And if you have, comment down below your thoughts. I have not seen it. And actually, unpopular opinion, I don't want to. I kind of have gotten like a little bit of an understanding just from like it's constantly popping up on like my timeline and stuff, what it is about and what it entails. And like honestly, y'all, I'm just really not interested. And the very honest truth about it is that type of stuff triggers me really bad. And you know, that is just my truth. And I think, I don't even know where to begin. I just get triggered really bad by seeing people go through painful situations, especially painful situations at the hand of a man, just because I have been there. And it just really takes me to a very angry place. And not necessarily like I start to spiral. Sometimes. Not really, you know, anymore in present day. In the past, yes. Because I didn't really know how to control my feelings and emotions very well. But now it's just more so that I just kind of get, I start to find myself getting like really in that like, wow, like all men are terrible. Like men suck mentality. And I don't ever want to be that person. Because I feel like that causes me to lose hope or want to lose hope. And losing hope basically says that you don't trust God. And we're not going to promote that over here. I really like hate that for me, you know, because I do trust God. And even though it's hard at times to understand the greater vision, I just want to stick the course and really be on, you know, like on his time. So I say all that to say, this is a mouthful, but I have not tuned into that TikTok series because honestly, I get triggered when it comes to that specific topic. And I would just rather live in my la la fairy tale land right now than, you know, get triggered. I don't know. Does anyone understand or agree or understand where I'm coming from? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like I've never sat there and listened to people's sad, terrible stories or whatever, but it's just like, if I had the choice to not put myself in there to consume that type of content, I would just, if I have the say so to be able to control the content that I'm consuming, then I'm going to, just because it's like, yeah, no. Ugh, the trauma. And I hope that you guys know, if you have not been in a similar situation, you're probably so confused, like it's not that deep. Once you go through something so traumatic at the expense of like an ex or whatever, or even a current partner for some people, God forbid, once you experience it, it's like, even as healed as you are, certain things can still trigger you or like remind you of that person or remind you of the things that you, like that person put you through. And it sucks. Like, and it's just like, for as much growth as you have endured, it's not fair that now this thing has to, you know, pop up and like consume your mind. So that's just kind of how I feel about that. Okay, I just like wiped my face, like wiped the balm off. Now we're gonna go in with this micro. So this is the mini version, by the way, because I just wanted to try it and I love it. So the top looks like that. So I get my hand wet and I put some in my hand like that. And I get my other hand wet and I rub it together and it turns into like a paste. It's like literally like little micro beads. Like, I don't even know if you guys can see. Literally like beads. And it polishes the heck out of my skin. Like, gets it so smooth. Oh my gosh. Here's the skin. Good night. Hey y'all, it is the next day. It is in the afternoon and I am about to get ready. Just like a very calm get ready. And I want to chit chat with you guys a little bit because if y'all have been here for a while, you know, you guys know I'm known for chatting and running my mouth. A lot of y'all actually have been commenting that you're sad that I have not been making as long of videos. So like the video before this was 2 hours, thank God. And I'm just like striving to try to, you know, keep it longer and like leave all the talking bits in. Basically, I got a comment from a stray some time ago, basically saying like, all I did in my vlogs was talk. And even though I know it was just some miserable person, or, you know, I don't want to say miserable because they're not lying. I do talk a lot, but I won't say all I do is talk. I mean, we've been on vacation together. We've traveled the world together. We have done so many things in my vlogs, even just the vlogs when I'm at home. I typically try to show y'all things, you know, like what I'm doing, what I have going on, what dinners I have planned, what birthdays and events, and you know. So anyway, I let the devil win and I gave in and I kind of just like, well, screw it. Like, I'll just post hour-long vlogs like everybody else and I will cut all of the talking out. And y'all were not having it. Y'all were not having it. Y'all were like, please bring the talking back. Like, what the heck? And it was definitely it made me feel very good. So thank y'all so much for that, because it was just very uplifting, especially where, you know, you're still like a small creator and you're still just trying to find your niche and your groove and everything like that. Little comments like that can kind of throw you off course. So I really appreciate all the kind words and you guys just like supporting me. Really needed that. So I don't think you guys even know how much that really meant to me. Say all that to say, that's why I'm coming on here and talking instead of just doing my makeup and then showing up on camera. I'm like, I could leave these parts in, but y'all, so we have something really exciting that I wanted to just get out and tell y'all. So, oh my gosh, my eyebrows are atrocious. I need to shape them up, but it's okay. FYI, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen in the shade Granite, because I know at least one person is going to come and ask. I think out of like all the stuff that I do with my makeup, one of the most commonly asked questions is, what do I have on my brows? What do I do for my brows? Do I get my brows nano shaded? I mean, do I get my brows microbladed? You know, just like everything. And yes, I have gotten my eyebrows nano shaded, so not microblading where they slice the skin, it's like punctures instead. And I love it. I was just talking to her. By the way, Candace, if you're watching, love her. She's so talented. She's a brow artist here in Houston. And she said so many of you guys have like come to her from watching my videos. And I love that. She's black owned business, and she's just super talented and so kind. We're about to schedule for me to get my year touch-up. Yes, I did say year. It's actually been over a year since I last went to her. If y'all have been keeping up with me for some time, then you know I went to her when I first moved to Houston. And that was in 2022, so it's been a journey, honey. So, exciting news that I want to tell y'all. I'm not even going to talk about it anywhere else until the day of, just in case it doesn't happen. But I don't see why it wouldn't. God knows the plan at the end of the day. But I got invited to my very first brand event. I guess technically I would say the second event I've ever been invited to, but the first that I will be attending. The first one that I was invited to was in Beverly Hills, and I had off that day, but I did not have off the day before or the day after. And it was actually, no, I take that back. I had off the day before, but I did not have off the day of. So I was going to try to see if I could get coverage by like a coworker or something. But then I worked the very next day. So I was like, oh, like, you know, paying for my own flight to get out there, stay the night, get up, go to the event, and then go home. Like, that would kind of suck. Like, I would have liked to, if I'm going to go to LA, spend at least like 2 to 3 days minimum. And so I was just kind of like, if it's meant to be, it'll be, and it was not meant to be at that time. So I did not end up being able to go. But this one is here in Houston. And I'm not going to say who it's with yet, because I want to save that for, you know, that specific vlog. But y'all, it's coming up very soon. It's crazy. I don't know if the turnaround is normally this quick. But the event is like in, 2 weeks from today, actually. And I got the email this morning, and I was like, oh my goodness, yes, absolutely, I will be there. And it's with a not even pretty, it's with a really, really big brand, like a major brand. And I'm just like, what? I don't know if it's just because, you know, it's here local in Houston, like that's why I'm invited. But like, I'm not gonna question God. I'm not, because if you guys watched my vlog from, not the one before this, but the one before that, so 2 vlogs ago, I will, if I remember, Lord, I will leave a card on the screen. But it was basically the intro of the vlog was me watching church, and you know, the sermon was about how Gideon, like the angel of the Lord was like, please go, like he was like, go with the strength that you have and go fight, you know, this army, and Gideon was like, baby, I'm the weak. I'm the weakest of the weak. Like, I'm weak. And, you know, the Lord was like, go in the strength that you have. I didn't say go on the strength that your commander has, or go on the strength that you know, Jesus Christ has. I said go on the strength that you have. And, you know, you will be shocked to see what the outcome will be. And actually, he went in the strength that he had, and he won. He won. And you know why? Because God deemed him capable. And so I say this to say, you know, like, I just need to be grateful for one, as I am, and for two, not question why me, because why not you? You know, like, baby, you are just as deserving as these girls that you see online and these other content creators that you've been following for so long. You are just not, you are just as, if not even more deserving. And I'm not talking about me specifically, I'm talking to you, actually, that's watching this. Like, you are deserving of all the great things. And so, yeah, I just want to share that with y'all. Like, not the gang getting invited to a brand event. What? How cool is that, y'all? So I'm really excited about it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very nervous. I think I'm really nervous just because I'm still trying to find my footing in this whole content creator space. I've been very blessed that the very small amount of other creators that I have met, I've gotten along with them very well, and they're so nice. Like, you guys saw when I met Ajazi, we actually used to live in the same building together. She's just sweet as a button, love her. And then I've met Kendra, Kinesthetic. Who else have I met? I have a lot of mutuals, like, that we've taught. Oh, I've met Chelsea. If you guys don't know, I'm Chelsea Janae here on YouTube. She is that girl. You want to know who is getting to the biggest bag and who is really, like, I am very inspired by her consistency. It's Chelsea. But by the way, y'all, new product. I think I told y'all yesterday. It's the Danessa Myricks, what's it called? Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. And I'm just using it as like a primer / pore smoother. I like it. Yeah, so I've met, you know, a couple here and there. I've also conversed with a few, just like quick DMs or whatever, but like, to be in a room with a lot of other influencers. Granted, it's Houston, and I don't know if y'all are familiar, but Houston is very, where is my skin tint? Oh, I think it's in the bathroom. Hold on, hold the phone. So what I was gonna say was, Houston is not one of the big three. And the big three being the cities where brand events and such are held the most. That is normally gonna be LA, New York, for sure, those are the top two. And then I would say Miami is like number 3. You don't really get a lot of, or see a lot of events here in Houston. Do you guys see how that just covered up my dark circles like immediately? Like, this stuff is so good. Pricey, but definitely worth it. You don't really see very often Houston on the map. And so to see that it's, you know, the brand that it is and how big this brand is, also, I'm just like, whoa. And like the fact that it's Houston, like I said, Houston doesn't really have very many events. So I'm amped up, y'all, like amped up. So excited. So now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear. I have clothes, y'all, but it's like my first brand event. Like, I want to give, honey. I don't want to be looking crazy now. Like, I want to give. I don't want to be looking basic. I don't think I'm ever gonna look crazy, but basic, that's the word. I want to give. I really want to give. So we're gonna have to figure that out. If not this vlog, it'll be next vlog. Probably next vlog, because we have some time in between now and then. How exciting is that though? But y'all know, I don't know. I'm so scared though, because it's like I said, being around all those girls, like, I do not have time for, like, I've heard horror stories, y'all. I've heard that the girlies are not as nice as they seem online. I've heard that the girlies are giving mean girl behavior, mean girl energy. They're giving bombastic side eyes. You know, I heard all the things, and I'm praying that God just protects me and just puts me around other like-minded and sweet hearts like myself that just like to have a good time. Like, is that too much to ask for? I don't want drama. I don't want wahala, okay? Like, I just came here to enjoyment. I didn't come here for any jaga. Like, I really just, yeah. I hope you guys are catching my vibe, my drift. I just want to chill with the girls. This blends out like a dream. I'm speechless. Everybody that has ever recommended Merit, I get it. I get it, ladies. I get it. Like, I really could just powder my face down, do a little bit of like powder contour or powder bronzer and go, and I feel like that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do a little concealer, but I really got this just to color correct, because I have like the orange color corrector. Yeah, it does its purpose, but you kind of have to like play with it. You have to work with it. This is like already your skin tone. It's just your skin but better. Yeah, I like this. Ooh, it's hot, but I'm not putting on no AC, baby. We still recovering from that $400 electric bill. I'm just kidding. No, if I put on the AC, it's gonna be silly because it's gonna come right back off in the next hour once I'm done getting ready. I just get hot because the light, and mind y'all, I don't even have my panel lights on. I just have the vanity light on. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. And I'm really excited though, because like, I really hope that people from the brand are there. I mean, well, duh, they're gonna be there. I don't even know why I be saying some stuff, y'all. I really just be talking. But I guess what I meant is I hope that they're gonna like actually want to like talk to me. Just building those connections and networking. I'm just praying that it's a good time and that I get all the content that I want, because obviously like I want to record that I went to my first brand something for TikTok and for you guys obviously too. Anyway, are you guys tired of me talking yet? Just kidding. This is what y'all wanted. That's what we got going on. Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna go in with some NARS Radiant Creamy. This has been my, like, I put her down and I'm back to her. This has been my tea lately. There's that update. Y'all wanna hear something just absolutely just ridiculous, just like buffoonery? You know how I was like, oh, I'm gonna upgrade to 4K, like in the last like 2 vlogs. So I upgraded, right? Y'all, why have I been exporting from my editing software in 1080p? So whole time I'm recording in 4K, but I'm editing in 1080p. BFFR, Odessa. Like, I can't. So I finally fixed that today. So this current vlog that you are watching right at this very moment should actually be in 4K. I'm just so like over myself, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they mean when they say growing pains and just learning as you go. Like, not everything is gonna be perfect. It's gonna be trial and error, and that's okay. I need to give myself more grace. Like, I just started doing this like barely a year ago. And when I say doing this, I mean like really taking this YouTube stuff seriously. Like, oh, ha ha, he type stuff on YouTube, maybe 2 years. But like, I mean really like getting down, like posting consistently, vlogging consistently, like for real, a year. I really tapped in holiday season of 2022, like around like November of 2022, I think it was either October or November. So it's been about a year and like a couple months, like 2 or 3 months. So I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Anyway, can we get into how this is like nothing but something on the face? Like, I love this. And like now I'm about to powder down and everything is gonna set so beautifully. And like I said, this is a light beat, so we don't need to do nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. All right, I'm gonna do some bronzer and blush, and then I will sit down with y'all out there in the living room because I want to do some like Bible stuff today, you know, just a little bit of scripture of the day because I haven't done it yet. Shame on me, but I had a busy morning. That's an excuse. It's an excuse. That's what it's an excuse. Lord, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Jesus Corner, Jesus Corner. So I got my Bible. I will have her link down below. She's that girl. It's really funny because you know how I was just talking about how like the whole Chatty Kathy thing and like whatever. So somebody just DM'd me and was like, loved it doll, talking about how she loved my vlog, and she was like, and keep being a Chatty Kathy, don't let these bots tell you that you talk too much. I'm a Chatty Kathy myself, so this is my type of content, lol. Hey girl, hey boo. Let's get into this verse of the day. The verse of the day today is Luke chapter 12 verse 28. It says, if God can clothe the fields and meadows with grass and flowers, can he not clothe you as well? Oh, struggling one with so many doubts. Ooh. Ate me up. Ate me up. Yeah, ate me up. Let me grab a pen and let me make sure that my lips look okay, because the last vlog, why did y'all tell me that I had that little ring right here from lip gloss? I hate that white ring so bad. I was watching my vlog and I was just like, how did I not know that? How did I not know? So let me figure something out. Hold on. So the reason why I said ate me up, it's funny because sometimes I'll read the scripture and I instantly feel convicted, and this is one of them. Basically, so it says, if God can clothe the fields and meadows with grass and flowers, can he not clothe you as well? Oh, struggling one with so many doubts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find this in the Bible and I'm gonna read up on kind of why, you know, the word, what the word was referencing. So Luke chapter 12, let's find Luke chapter 12 in here. So the book of Luke. Luke wrote his gospel like an investigative journalist. Luke was a Gentile physician who traveled extensively with Paul. As a Gentile, Luke penned this version of the gospel for all believers, both Jew and Gentile. He interviewed several eyewitnesses so he could write an accurate account of the life of Jesus Christ, and even included dates for the major events. Luke highlighted Jesus' concern for the oppressed and the outcast, like women and the poor, and emphasized the role of the Holy Spirit. Luke's narrative resumes in the book of Acts. God accepts all of us if we believe in Jesus, his son. Okay. So it looks as though the book of Luke is like God's story. Is the story of Jesus. So chapter 12. This is, I feel convicted. I feel convicted. And I'm going to tell y'all why. So let me read the passage in the Bible. So it's going to be Luke chapter 12, verses 22 through 28. Verse 28 is the scripture of the day, but we're going to read the passage 22 through 28 so that you guys can understand. So mind you, this version is not going to line up exactly with the version that is on the app sometimes, just because I think that this is a different version. I don't know which is which, but yeah. So this says, teaching about money and possession. Then turning to his disciples, Jesus said, that is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food to eat or enough clothes to wear. For life is more than food and your body more than clothing. I have heard this scripture, and this is one of my favorites. Oh my God, this is one of my favorites. I just got chills because I've heard this before. And I think that I've read this to y'all before, like vlogs ago, like a year ago. Whoa. 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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Then turning to his disciples, Jesus said, that is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food to eat or enough clothes to wear. For life is more than food and your body more than clothing. Look at the ravens. They don't plan or look at the ravens. They don't plant or harvest or store food in barns, for God feeds them. And you are far more valuable to him than any birds. Can all your worries add a single moment to your life? And if worry can accomplish a little thing like that, what's the use of worrying over bigger things? Look at the lilies and how they grow. They don't work or make their clothing, yet Solomon in all of his glory was not dressed as beautifully as they were. And if God cares so wonderfully for flowers that are here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow, he will certainly care for you. Why do you have so little faith? This is so good. This is so good. And I feel so convicted because I have a constant battle of anxiety and worry, and that's something that I've been praying on for some time. I've struggled with anxiety like my whole life, and I didn't know what it was until I came of age and I went to school. I went to PA school and I learned about anxiety and signs and symptoms and how to diagnose it. And so I've basically been a high functioning anxious person my entire life. I did not know what anxiety was. I just thought that I always had to go, go, go. I did not know how to rest. And a lot of that is rooted in some things. Some some traumatic things that I'm not going to get into. But just when I reflect on my life, that is, I think, where a lot of it is rooted. But anyway, I'm learning a lot of that now, and I'm praying over it. And I really do think that God is releasing me from that space. But it's crazy because I'm human, and I have days where I slip back into that same space. And it's just like, this is why reading the Bible is so important, y'all. Like, you can hear church and do this, and but like really reading the word of the Lord and like his teachings is so important, because he's giving us the cheat code. This is the cheat code to life. This is how we are supposed to live our lives. And it's amazing. So basically he's, saying, you don't see birds out here storing up and harboring all that they have, and in hopes of just in case. No, they're living their life. And you know what? Every day they wake up and they go get that food. They go get that worm. They go get what God has provided for them. And God does not care about the birds the way that he cares about you. So if he is able to do that for them, imagine what he's able to do for us as human beings, as his children. And it's just like, when you put it into perspective from that angle, why do we worry? Worrying basically equates to the fact that you do not trust God. Period. And the story, I don't want to hear it. That is just the God honest truth. You don't trust him. And I'm not going to say that you don't trust him somewhat. You might trust him a little bit, but you don't trust him fully the way you're supposed to. And I'm really talking to myself. And I know I'm talking to you too, sis. That's why you're still watching me rub my mouth about this topic. But yeah, it's beautiful. So let's get out our journal. If you've been watching me, if you watched my last vlog, then you know I've been using the SOAP method. The SOAP method to me is just another way that you can further break down the scripture. So S stands for scripture, O stands for observation. What you are observing from this scripture, things that stand out to you. A is application, how you plan to apply this scripture to your life. And P is prayer, what you are wanting to pray to God about in, reflection of the scripture. So it's beautiful. So I'm going to jot this down. I will give you a quick summary. I don't know why y'all are overheating. I guess the 4K can't handle the Chatty Kathy. I'm trying. But so we already went over the scripture. Observation basically is everything that I just stated. Why do we worry? Worrying is useless, especially when the man above is gonna have you always. Application for me would just be catching myself the moment that I start to feel anxious, or the moment that I start to worry, praying. That's how I can apply this scripture to my life, understanding that God knows all, he sees all, he hears all, and he ultimately will always favor those that walk in his light. He's going to favor you regardless, even if you don't walk in his light. That's how beautiful and amazing he is. But he's definitely going to look after you if you look after him and you live your life through him. And so prayer, I basically am just praying for God to keep my head focused and keep my thoughts and my visions clear. Not to worry too much about where I'm going to be, what I'm going to do, how is this going to happen, how am I going to achieve my goals. He's going to make them happen. Okay, baby? And yeah, so that's the scripture of the day. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to write down some things, pray, and we'll get dressed together before I go edit. Here's the outfit. Very simple, very basic. Just have on this like zip up type sweater, has slits on the side, some black leggings, and my mini Uggs. And then this bag. And we're off to edit.